Hello everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Cooking in A&P. This week we're going to learn how to prepare a fresh harvested brain and figure out some great ways to make a dish. Last week we learned how to make a delicious brain and beef stew with some of my favorite vegetables around, such as spinach, corn, and peas. This week we're going to learn how to make barbecue brain nuggets. Now this is one I'm particularly excited about. I'm a big barbecue fan in general. We use a couple different sauces. If we have time, I might even make our own sauce, but you never quite know. But look at these delicious meats. Oh, I'm so excited to fry these up and see what happens. Obviously, we're not going to do that because that'd be kind of weird. And we can't eat in the lab room. You can't do it. You gotta maintain lab safety. So no eating. So I'm gonna try and resist because I've only had crackers today, and I could really eat something, but not this. I'm not that hungry yet. Maybe by the end of this video, we'll see. Let's look at some stuff, shall we? I got my glove on, just in case I have to touch. Again, lab safety, utmost importance. Even have pants on, so I'm being safe in the lab room. Let's start off with some overall structure. So this is our sheep brain. I'm trying not to touch it until the last minute, so I don't get, brain guts all over these pens. I'd feel kind of bad for not telling somebody about it. So let's label some easy stuff. First off, we got a bunch of numbers over here. That's going to correspond to some nerves. Let's go ahead and do that. And so the olfactory nerve, number 1, in our hearts, because who doesn't love to smell? There we go. Olfactory, number 31 there. Olfactory. It's a factory of smell. We've been interrupted, folks. Stay tuned. We're going to keep going. Optic nerve, despite the disturbances, is our next one. And you can see it over here. The optic nerve. Found there. Optic nerve. And so it would extend off there. That pencil's going to be gross now. Then the optic chiasma, which links the nerves. It's a crossing over point right around there. Nerve that way, chiasma in the middle. The trochlear nerve. Oh, we're not ready for that. We're ready for the oculomotor nerve. That's number 3. And that'll be right there. Oops. It's hard to see. 66. Yeah. So in Star Wars, there's a famous order called Execute Order 66, and that's where all the Jedi died. And so if they had their eyes open and moved to see what was happening, they may have not died, but instead they did. So their oculomotor was not working that day. Next up, trochlear nerve, found down here, and it's number 4, and it's aptly named number 44 for the double 4 action. It's kind of hard to get this pencil in there. But, oh well, to the belly of the beast, as they say. There's the trochlear nerve right there. Trochlear. Next up, trigeminal. Now this thing's been butchered. But you can kind of see the remains of it over here. The tree trunk of the trigeminal. Right around there. On this side, you can see one that's still attached. And so, much bigger. Right around that area. It's the trigeminal. And then last of our cranial nerves you have to identify is the abducens. So, that thing right there is the abducens. Oh, what happened? There you go, the abducens. It's small, it's fragile. I don't know. So that's it for the nerves. Next structure, let's look at some of the overall brain parts since we're there. Spinal cord. Actually kind of see it, little tail. Right around there. Man, this thing's autofocus. That there. That's crispy. Gross. And then we have the medulla oblongata. Right there. Medulla oblongata. We'll see it again on the inside. And then the pons. Right there. Oops. There we go. And then the midbrain, where they're really trying on coming up with the original name. So, this lame name in the middle of the brain. Midbrain. All these pencils have touched this brain, so I would not trust using pencils in this lab anymore. What's next? Let's see. Let's do some hemispheres. Cerebral hemisphere. 2 of those things. Here's one on the outside. Part of the cerebrum. The other name for that. There it is. Cerebrum. Nice orange color to it because it's been out for over a day. Doesn't last. And then the cerebellum, easy to see. Right there, that dingy little thing. And then also over there. Ooh, geez, that's... Never mind, that awkward. That angle's awkward. Let's not do that. Okay, alright. I think that's most of the outside stuff. Oh, the meninges. Meninges, the nice little wrapping layer around it. And that's there. Well, that husk looks like the brain shed its skin like it's a snake, but it did not. If the brain does that, you're probably dead. So, hopefully it doesn't happen. Meninges. Some crunchy bits in there. Make a little brain hush puppy out of it. Next up, let's do ventricles. Alright, so the lateral ventricle. Found, there we go. On this view. So that area right inside of there. The lateral ventricle. One on each side. Third ventricle, a little harder to see. Sorry, pencil, you gotta go in there. This little gap there, third ventricle, and it's all around this area. Overall. Third ventricle. And then the fourth ventricle starts around here and then goes all the way up through there. Yeah, okay. And pineal gland, let's do it. Let's do some pineal. There we go. And that'll be right there. Pineal gland. It's pretty obvious. Glaring you, staring you right in the face. And then around this area as well. The corpora quadrigemina. Again, an amazing structure. A heck of a name. There it is over there. And over here. Alright, cerebral aqueduct. This is also part in front of the corpora quadrigemina. So right there. And over here. This is part of the midbrain. Let's get those out. The midbrain. Right here. Alright. Let's see, what can we do now? This is fun. Thalamus and hypothalamus. Screams fun. So let's start with the thalamus. This egg thing. Nice mass. Egg thing. Alright. Hypothalamus. Tricky to see, but it's there. Right around, let's see, here. This ballpark area is the hypothalamus. It's not really that clear, but you know, it's just, that's life. Can't even see it that well. Another one. And the epithalamus, a fresh named structure, includes part of the pineal gland. So this general area here is the epithalamus. Epithalamus. So that's our thalamus. I think they're just the classic thalamus. That's my favorite pick. Second one, hypo. Third, epi. It's lame. Next up, arbor vitae, part of the cerebellum structures. The tree of life. So you can see it in here. Not much life involved when it's dead and been soaked in a chemical, but oh well. Live strong, die strong. I don't know. Next up, let's go down to the next parts of our brainstem. Back to the pons, the black-eyed pons. My humps, right here. Kind of, well, it's obviously the hump there. Oh, this one's a little better. Look at that thing. Boom. Fergie be proud. And the medulla oblongata. Last but not least, oh, certainly not least, love the medulla oblongata. And it's around this area here. The medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. Love that thing. I had to pick a favorite brain structure, probably the medulla oblongata. The name seals it. It's got a powerful name. Maybe a dog, a fish name, you know, probably like that. The medulla. And oh, you could have a pair, medulla and then oblongata. So you can collectively refer to them as the medulla oblongata. If I had twins, they would be named medulla and oblongata. They would hate me. Oh, well, it'd be fun. For me, anyway. Pituitary we're done. Meninges we've covered. Corpus callosum fornix. Let's do it. So these surround the lateral ventricle. Let's get inside here. So that top layer, corpus callosum, top layer. That's kind of hard to see, sorry. Corpus callosum. And then the fornix. The fornix. Down here. Bottom half. This thing's kind of creepy with it just staying open like that. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like a creepy eyeless fish face or something. It's weird, man. Anyway. Hey, we've almost covered a lot of stuff here. I'm pretty proud of this. Let's close this out with the fun things. The main structures of the brain, you know. We've had a good time today on the brains, but it's kind of hard to see the sulcus where they will be, but we'll make do. Man, these pins are all messed up. Don't use them. Gyrus, these ridges found there. So a little less obvious on this, but they're there. Okay. Then the sulci, the sulcus, if you want to be singular. Sulci for plural. They do not suck, they're cool. But it's these darker lines in here. So underneath that, if you peeled all of that off, you get at the sulcus. See those? But that's the region they would be. And then to close us out, an old favorite, the fissure. We know the worthless Pokemon move. And it's the area where this has been cut down. So this has been cut down, that fissure. So let's flip this nerve brain over again. Hey, it's kind of standing up like those little monsters in the War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise in it from like 12 years ago. And then look at that thing. That's pretty cool. Woohoo! All right. So, man, that fissure is not obvious, is it? But roughly down this region here is our fissure. Okay, man. We learned a lot. If I had to recommend a barbecue sauce for these, I'd go with my favorite, honey barbecue. It's fantastic. So good. But I would not eat this for sure. That's not safe, number one. Two, it's been stored in an unknown chemical and would not be good on you, so do not do that. Brains in general, I assume people eat, but I don't know much about them and that cuisine. I'm not there yet. I ate cauliflower the other day, which is kind of like the brain of a vegetable, I would guess. I don't know. That's, I don't know, kind of brainy to me. Had a weird texture to it, but it was deep fried, so it was all right. Deep fry anything, I'll probably give it a shot. Life lessons learned here. And now we're going to close this up. Man, this brain looks a lot different. Look at that. And then that one. One's been tanning, one has not. Whatever. That was fun, everybody. See you.